Hello, ghouls and ghosties, and welcome to a video that I am extremely excited about. Today's video is our second Haul-loween of 2022, and I am so excited to show you guys what I've been picking up. If you've been following along on the hunt videos, you've been kind of seeing the things that I'm seeing, but now I will actually show you the things that I actually picked up. As per usual with hauls, I am sitting outside on my deck, so if there's any nature noises like the stinking cicadas that are like screaming, or if you hear any cars, there's a street right behind my house, I do apologize for that. I try to cut out any of the loudest cars that go by, or any of the cicadas that decide to be like 2 feet away and just scream. I wasn't sure why I do my hauls on the deck really, and then I was thinking about it as I was bringing my stuff out today, and I think it's because this is the only area where I have enough room to spread out everything I have. So I kind of have to do it on the deck, so again, I do apologize for any noises. Usually it's not too bad. My camera mainly picks up my voice. It has some kind of technology where it should be weakening the sounds in the background. So in the past it's been fine. Hopefully it is still fine today. So I have a ton of stuff to show you guys because it has been almost exactly 1 month since the last Haul-loween, and obviously I've been doing a lot of shopping this month. We have home goods again, and home goods I'm actually going to leave till the end because home goods once again might be the biggest section. We have a little bit from Michael's, a little bit from Joann's, a little bit from at home, a couple Lowe's, a couple Crate and Barrel, a couple Pottery Barn. Ryan got a couple Disney things I'm going to show you guys, and then Target just this like past week started to put out some of their threshold and some of their like dollar section stuff. So there's that stuff. I have one thing from Kirkland, one thing from Burlington. So I'll probably put the store that the items are from at the bottom, where in Haunt Hunts I would put the date down here. I think I'm going to put the store that I'm going through down there just so you guys know, because I'm not going to keep mentioning it every single item I show. I think I'm going to start off with the stores that I have the least from, and then I'll move on to Target and Home Goods where I have a lot from. This is going to be a long one, so buckle in. Get like a nice PSLs came out today. Pumpkin Spice came out at Starbucks today. Get yourself a Starbucks fall drink or Dunkin' or Caribou or whatever, or get yourself some like spooky tea or like a spooky liqueur beverage or something. And let's jump in to this Haul-loween. Please ignore my stuffiness if you can hear that. Again, I still have my allergies running rampant throughout all of my sinuses, like literally all of them. Let's jump into them. I'm gonna start with the least places. From the Dollar Tree, I have 2 items so far, and they're cards. I love the art style on these cards. I haven't decided if I'm gonna use them or if I'm just gonna keep them and like frame them or have them like sit open somewhere. They are just too freaking cute. They look like vintage art, so I just had to get those, and they're like 2 for $1, so why not? From Amazon, I have 1 item so far this year, and it's just the bats that you stick on the wall. I've always wanted some of these, so I got some. They were like $12, and I have read the reviews that you are not supposed to use the sticky stuff that comes in the packaging because it will rip off your paint. You're supposed to buy like Command brand stuff, so that's what I'm gonna do for that. This is a single item from a single place. This is actually from that same consignment store where I got the blow mold in the last Haunt Hunt, and this is a vintage Ray Dunn magenta plate. This is before Ray Dunn even used like her name. She used to just put this big M and then magenta on the back. So if you find stuff like this, it's extremely rare and extremely old. And this is like a skeleton anatomy plate. It's like a little off center. So this is probably when Ray Dunn actually used to like by hand stamp or whatever these things. But I love it. I was so excited to find this. It also would be extremely valuable, but obviously I am keeping this for myself. Then let's move on to Lowe's. And of course from Lowe's, maybe I'll insert some like B-roll or some clips. I do have the 12-foot mummy, and if you missed the video with the 12-foot mummy going up and my thoughts on him and how he works and everything, I will link that below. But I did get the 12-foot mummy at Lowe's, so he is in my possession and he will be coming back out in like a week or so. That's another thing. I have to get through this Haul-loween because I need to start using this stuff in 2 days. I decorate September 1st, and as I'm filming this, that is 2 days away. I am so excited, and I need to show this stuff so I don't get it like lost around the house. Also from Lowe's, I picked up this little light. He was like 10 bucks. He looks like a jack-o'-lantern. It's super, super bright, and I just thought that we would keep it on hand in case like the power ever goes out because it's really, really bright, and why not have a spooky version of a lantern? And I also from Lowe's got those BarkBox eyeball tennis balls for Mike, which Mike is my pug, if you did not know. I don't know where I put them, but I did get those. And then I also got this really cool like rotting jack-o'-lantern. They had 3 different sizes and shapes with different faces, and this was my favorite one, the taller one who looks a little bit more kind of like scared and scary. One of them looked just scared and one of them looked more scary, and he was kind of in the middle. And I really liked this one. And I picked him up, and I think he'll look really cool next to my plant, my man-eating plant that I got from Home Depot last year. Kind of as a ghoulish garden setup. I think that'd be really cool. He was like $20. No, he might have been like $20 or $30, which I didn't think was too bad. And he is battery operated, which is not my favorite. But honestly, with something like this, it's not that big of a deal. I just don't like when huge pieces are battery operated because I'm like, okay, these batteries are going to be empty in like couple days. So moving on to Burlington. I think we all know what I got at Burlington because I'm so excited about it. I did find the vintage ghost, and he did have a paint job. If you're like, why is his mouth filled in? We painted him. So I didn't even know when I found mine that his mouth was supposed to be painted, because if you watch the video, his mouth was completely just like white, and it looked kind of cool still. But then when I saw pictures of it painted, I was like, yeah, I do want it painted. So we just took some black paint and painted him. So he is ready to go. And I'm actually on the hunt for another one, which I know they're extremely hard to find, so the odds are very slim, and I don't have many Burlingtons around here. But I would love to do kind of like some kind of setup where there's one of these on each side for like symmetry, and do like a little ghost kind of setup on a mantle or something. I think that'd be really cute. We'll see if I find another one. Then from Kirkland's, I have one item so far. Kirkland's, the place that we discovered there is one of in my area, which I have not known for years. I've lived here all my life. I've never known we even had a Kirkland's. But at Kirkland's, I got this rug, this doormat, that I think is so cute. It says spooky with this ghost face, and the O's are his eyes. It's just with the typewriter font and the very simple, like, single line ghost, it gives me this really, really cool vintage look, and it gives me kind of more of a like, yeah, vintage cottage, like it'd be at the door of a cottage kind of look, which I love. And of course I love ghosts. Ghosts are my favorite, so I had to get that. So let's move on to Spirit Halloween. I have not got a ton there because I am not huge. If you've been here for a while, you probably know I'm not like huge on licensed decor. I love horror movies, and I love almost all Halloween movies. It's just not my decor style. I like my house to be separate from like my movie interests. It's weird, I don't know. So I haven't got a ton there, but I did get the trick-or-treat, like, sucker wand. Do I have a use for this? No. What am I gonna do with it? I don't know. I thought I'd just put it in, like, a pen jar, like a jar of pens or pencils, just to kind of, like, sit in there as decor. That was my thought with that. I just love trick-or-treat, and this was 10 bucks. I'm not gonna be him for Halloween or anything, so it's not like I really had a use in mind for that. Then I did get the patches, which I know that I showed in... There's an umbrella right in front of me, and every gust of wind, it like looks like it's about to just tumble. So if I like keep jolting or looking, that's why. I showed these patches in the Hunt because I love them, and I did buy them. It comes with these 4, and I don't know what I'm gonna put them on, but I like them. Then I got these patches and pins. These are Ghostface Scream pins and patches. I mainly wanted the pins from this, but I love the patches too. I love Scream. Scream's one of my favorite horror movies because my favorite horror movies are like the classic ones, I love Haul-loween, like normal Haul-loween with Jamie Lee Curtis, and I love Scream. I actually really like the Final Destinations, which is I feel like no one ever talks about those, but I do like those. And I love Texas Chainsaw, all the classics. And then I also got these pins. I think I said it in the voiceover of the Haunt Hunt that I really just like the tchotchke, the like impulse area when you're checking out at Spirit Halloween. And now you know why. Let's move on to Ryan's Disney things. He has 2 Disney items that he wants me to show you guys. So he got this zero shoulder guy. And Ryan probably would show you these, but he's teaching right now. So he sits on your shoulder, little zero. Unless you like turn too quick. Then he falls. If Ryan's watching this, he probably just got mad at me. Then he got this, which I almost got as well. This is from the Silly Skeleton Dance by Disney. It's like, I call it the Spooky Scary Skeleton cartoon because that's what a lot of people use it with. But it's like the dancing skeletons from the like 1920 something Disney special, which is so adorable. I love this. And apparently you can put it on like an animated Lazy Susan and it looks like they're dancing on your walls. Or of course you can just set it like a lantern and it shines the dancing skeletons up on your wall. So I love that. I totally supported both of these purchases. I thought they were so adorable. Now let's move on to Michael's because I have very few things from Michael's. I bought 3 things at Michael's, and these are not the items that I have been referencing in the last Haunt Hunt. There's apparently blow molds at Michael's this year that I have not seen anywhere, and I'm looking for the ghost one. Haven't found it. I also was looking for these from Michael's, or else my Michael's shopping for the year is already concluded. These little tapestry wool woven pillows are so cute. They're also really, really nice quality. I mean, obviously I'd probably love if they were bigger, so I haven't thought of what I'm gonna use these 3 teeny little things for. They'd make a really good, if you do the thing, I don't know the word for it, on your bed where you put like a bunch of pillows, and then you have like a decorative 1 or 2 at the front. I guess they'd be good for that. But they were like $10 each at the most. And then I at least had 20% off. So I knew I wanted those, and I knew that was all I wanted. And sure enough, when I looked at their full aisle, I was like, yep, still all that I want. Next, let's do Crate and Barrel. So on one of the Haunt Hunts, I think it was 2 times ago, or it might have been on the last Haul-loween, one of you guys was like, Jack, why don't you ever go to the like bougie home decor stores? And I was like, why don't I do that? Like, what? If you know my main channel, I work in the world of like reselling luxury fashion. So I already like appreciate bougie stuff. So I was like, why have I not done that? Just to like look. I know I can't afford really much of any of it, but just to look. And I did pick up a few things. Because I did go look. I haven't looked at Restoration Hardware yet. First up, for Ryan at Crate and Barrel, I got this black cat silhouette plate, like appetizer plate. I ripped the prices off, but I know that the Crate and Barrel stuff was actually cheaper than I expected it to be. But I like this texture on it, and also it has a lot of like full room for appetizers. It's not too quirky and gimmicky where like you can't use it. So I thought that that was adorable. And then I got a set of 4 of these cauldron chili or soup bowls. Once again, these were like $6 maybe, which is like Home Goods price. I was totally blown away by that. But there's the Crate and Barrel logo. And since they're from Crate and Barrel, obviously I assume they will live for a long time. And I think basically everything from Crate and Barrel is microwave and dishwash safe. So I love those. I'm very excited that somebody gave me the idea to like go look at the bougie stores. Speaking of bougie stores, I suppose I should show you the Pottery Barn items. Before I show the Pottery Barn items, I have one Home Goods item to show you because it connects to Pottery Barn, and it is the reason that I went to Pottery Barn and bought anything from Pottery Barn. That item is this. It is the decorative throw pillow jack-o'-lantern from Home Goods. There's like 2 versions of this, and that's where the story begins. The story begins on 2 jack-o'-lanterns on a stormy August night. So there's this one, and then there's this one. This is another Home Goods decorative jack-o'-lantern throw pillow. And this one, they're both knockoffs of the Pottery Barn one that's like iconic and amazing and fantastic and everybody wants it, but it's like $90. Actually, it's like 80, I think. And this one that I didn't find, could not find anywhere, do not have, wanted so bad, is the one I don't have. I don't know where I was going with that. I found this one first and I loved it and I bought it, and then I found out that this one existed and I was like, oh, I want this one because it looks so much more like the Pottery Barn one. So I was doing research online on Mercari, where people are listing them for like $50, even though in the store they're like $16, and I was like tempted. Some lady had one for like $45 with $11 shipping, and I was seriously sitting there like about to buy it, and all of a sudden I was like, you know what? You know what? Why don't I just treat myself? And I'm just gonna order the Pottery Barn pillow because I've wanted it for years, and I'm about to spend like $56 on a knockoff, which at that point we are only like $30 off of the real one, even less. Plus, again, reference to like my job and my main channel, I'm thrifty and I do not like to pay full price for anything. And so I was able to work my magic, do some Googling, do some research, and I got 10% off of the pillow, and I bought a gift card from Raise, that website that like resells gift cards, that had another like 6% off. So I actually got like a decent discount on this guy. Oh my gosh. He is beautiful. This is like my precious, precious child. I cannot over exaggerate, or I can't say enough how much I'm obsessed and love this jack-o'-lantern throw. And let me just say, the knockoffs at Home Goods are nothing like it. This thing is way bigger. It is so firm, like so packed. It's very heavy, like very heavy. This is like really nice real rope. It's super, super soft. And this is super well made and is not going anywhere. It is so well sewn in. You just can't beat this guy. He's amazing. He reminds me of the Halloween town, like center of the city jack-o'-lantern light. I have no regrets, especially since I got like a deal on him. Plus, he lights up. Come on. This, I was like, after I placed my order, I was like, oh my gosh, I really just spent that much on a pillow. No regrets. When I got it, I was like, oh. So much better than I expected. He's amazing. I freaking love him. No regrets. If you are tempted and you have like the approval from your spouse or something to get him, I would say he's totally worth it. And also try to do the tricks I did. For the 10% off, if you make a registry on Pottery Barn and you add stuff to the registry, it gives you 10% off to like complete your own registry. And it doesn't even have to be for like a wedding or a baby. You can just do it for fun. I did it and I called it Haul-loween, and it worked. Other things from Pottery Barn, I got 2 more things, and these I actually got in store because they're actually sold out online as of last time I checked. I got this little bat-shaped like condiment or snack tray, and then this little ghost one that matches. And these were like $12 or something. $15. So again, a little steep for like their size and what they are, but like they're very, very high quality. Once again, they're like really heavy, and I kind of just wanted to be like, yeah, I own Pottery Barn decor. When people come over, be like, oh, eat off of the Pottery Barn bowls. Plus the thing is, so if you think about it, if you ever got sick of the Pottery Barn stuff or you regretted buying it because it was too expensive or something, my thing is that I keep in mind, that stuff does not lose value ever. And it actually only goes up in value. Like, think of it like an investment piece of clothing where in the future, unless they re-release these, you won't be able to get them. So inherently they will go up in value if you wanted to like sell them online because you just regretted buying them. Even if they remake them, like they'll still be the same price or more just due to like natural inflation and stuff. So it's like you're not gonna lose money if you're willing to spend it on a piece like that from Pottery Barn. Okay, we're moving on to some of the stores where I have like more than 3 or 4 things from, and what we have left is Joann's, At Home, Target, and Home Goods / Marshalls / TJ Maxx. So we're gonna start with Joann's. At Joann's, I had a half off coupon, so I got this dude because he was like $2.50 or something. It's just a cookie stamp of a jack-o'-lantern, and I have been baking a lot lately just because it's been fun, and it kind of makes me like feel like fall. Baking suddenly does that to me. I don't know. I must be getting old. And I just thought it'd be fun if I was like baking like a pumpkin cookie or something, like pumpkin flavored, to like stamp it. I also bought, I don't know why I opened it. I bought this like moon, maybe I'll have to put a picture in of this moon phases situation. I ordered this online and I got like half off and then another like 30% off. I don't know. Joann's has like good sales. There's like metal black stars. I don't really want to take this out, but it's very heavy duty and super nice, and this will be all year like over Ryan and I's bed. This I got because I had a half off coupon as well, because they don't put the 40% sale on the baking items. But this is a ghost imprinted rolling pin with bats as well. Oh my gosh, actually the bat shapes on this are the exact same as my tattoos. Like, it's the same art. Like, exact. I can tell by how the legs are. Okay. I like that even more now. What? Then, so this is for like our main channel, and probably this channel too, actually. It is this backdrop of skulls and bones for YouTube videos. It was super cheap, and that's a business expense. I also got this. Again, I've been baking, so I thought, isn't it fitting to get like a spooky apron? So now that I'm showing you guys this, I can actually unpackage it and put it to use next time I cook food. So spooky apron, a must. Then I got like 4 of these because they had a sale on them for $10, plus you were allowed to use like a 20% coupon that worked on sale items. So these were dirt cheap. And the Joann's pumpkin scent is actually amazing. The pumpkin spice. I am so picky with pumpkin smell candles. I am with pine as well, but with pumpkin candles, I'm very picky. There's like not a single one at Home Goods that I like. Walmart used to have one that they discontinued. Target used to have one that this year they just discontinued. So this, I guess, is my new one, but it's okay because I really, really like this one, and these last a really long time. I am only on my first one, and it's maybe half gone, and I burn it every day. From Joann's, I also got some of these storage boxes. I'm gonna use these to store some of my spooky stuff, like off season, and to store some of my spooky clothing, which I'm still so pumped to show you guys my Halloween fashion. That is, like I said, I think that's coming the first week of October, because that's when we kick into like the good videos. And that's what I consider to be a very exciting video. So I got that bat medium one. I got this skull large one, and then I got this little skull one, which will probably be more of like a desktop one. Maybe I'll start to put receipts in there for my job. And then this one is also for like clothing. And last from Joann's, I feel like I went more crazy at Joann's last year, but this year it just like the stuff doesn't impress me as much as last year. But I bought, and I knew I was going to buy this if they had it again, and they did. This is a new version of what they had last year. So last year it was just ghosts without this haunted house, and the ghost looked a bit different than this. But it was one of my favorite finds last year, and actually one of the ghosts broke off mine from last year. I didn't get rid of it, and I still plan to fix it, but I also wanted the replacement, and since it was different, I was like, sure. So I bought the wind, the pinwheel. The pinwheel. That's what these are called. And they stick into like your garden. These are amazing. I gushed about it last year because it was one of my favorite finds, because it's one of those items that brings Halloween out from just the fall season and into like the spring and summer, because it's a garden piece, which is right up my alley. Actually, this is last from Joann's. This is a bat neon light. It matches the Target pink bat neon light from last year. And so I'm thinking in my office, in our house, I am going to make it like the bat cave or like my lair. And I'm gonna have a number of like bat lights throughout, because I also got that bat lamp with like the little neon bat in it in the last Halloween. That'll be perfect. So I'm actually gonna show you guys the stuff from at home, and then I'm gonna do Target and Home Goods as a part 2, because otherwise this video is seriously gonna be like an hour long, and last week's video was already an hour long. I don't want to do that to you guys again. So I think I still want this to go up on the weekend though, so I think part 2 of this is going to go up tomorrow on Saturday. Stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow. There's a ton of super exciting stuff in it because it's Home Goods, and Home Goods has like the best stuff. So I'm gonna show you the at-home stuff really quick last, and then I'm gonna sign off for today. I do apologize. I kind of had a feeling that this was gonna be way too long. Sure enough, it is. I was almost in the beginning gonna say this is gonna be 2 parts, but I was like, no, Jack, we can power through this. But what do you know? I'm just talking too much as always. So my last couple things, which are from at home, and then I will see you guys tomorrow from this exact same spot in this same outfit. I got these ornaments, and I haven't decided if, so what I think I'm gonna do is around Christmas, I'm gonna get a black tree for my office or for like the second floor of our house, and I'm gonna make it into a spooky Halloween tree. But again, that's gonna be for Christmas time, so I can keep spooky flowing in December and stuff. Some people do black trees for Halloween, but to me, that's a little too Christmassy for Halloween. Where I would rather be Halloweeny for Christmas, if that makes any sense. So those are actually gonna be used like for Christmas time. Then I have 3 more things. I just picked these up this morning. I've been looking for these everywhere, and let me tell you, I was at Pottery Barn, and the Pottery Barn set of 9, this is 10. The Pottery Barn set of 9 floating candles isn't just double this price. It's also not triple. It's also not 4 times. It's $150 for 9 floating candles. $150. I was like, are these made of gold? Are they truly magic? If I stand under them and like wiggle my toes and wiggle my pinkies, do I like become a witch? What? $150? What? Like, I just don't, how could they sell any? Who, even if you were like ultra rich, $150 for 9 candles? That's like crazy. Anyways, I picked up 10 from at home for $30. Still felt a little steep to me, but I did my research, and online, even on Amazon, it's like $30 for 10 of them. So I was like, sure, I'll pick them up. I hope they're good. Also, they do have a remote control, which is a total perk. So sure, I decided I'll run with those ones. Last 2 items from at home. First up is this skull metal outdoor like garden sign. Unfortunately, the eyes and the mouth are glitter, which is putrid, but otherwise I really like this, and it was really affordable. The outdoor signs at home, that's like the one thing that I would say they like price really well. This was $12, and this is big. Like, it's huge. I don't know if it's because they use like leftover metal that they maybe used for something else, so it's just really affordable for them to make. But either way, I love this. I love the like garden stuff, because once again, I'm gonna keep that up all year. And my last item that once I have a house probably is gonna be put up all year round. Here at this house, it's not gonna be all year, but in my house, this is an all-year item. It is this welcome sign, and this was like the one thing from at home that I was totally hunting for. There is not much there that I really want, but this I needed. I will give you a tip for at-home hunting. Look at all of the ones they have of an item and look for the one with the best paint job. So many of these had like white scuffs all over the black or just like messed up kind of paint. And this one's near perfect. This is definitely the best one they had. And so I dug through all of them to find this one. Same with that tin skull. There was ones with black paint like splattered all over them. It was rough. So always look through all the ones they have. But I love this. I love this so much. Like, I literally love this. I think I underappreciate this because like now that I'm re-looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. I don't have much words. My Halloween stuff, it's just like, I love it. I don't really have like a ton to say. I just really love it. I will see you guys tomorrow. That's kind of exciting, right? That we get to like do another little like hangout tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, probably at about the same time as this. I'll catch you here again tomorrow. Let's meet up then. Does that work for you? Do you have something going on? Let's meet up here again tomorrow. And I will show you guys what I got from Target so far. And though they don't have a ton out yet, I got a lot. And then I will show you what I got from Home Goods in August. So I will see you guys tomorrow, right here, same time, for part 2. Goodbye.